We're starting a new army. In this video, we're going to be painting the Guardian of Souls for our Nighthaunt army. We're going to be taking him from this to this. You knew it was coming. Alright, let's go. Okay, so let's get him mounted on our little holder thingy. I also noticed that there's some hair in here. I picked up this army secondhand. I was able to trade my Flesh Eater quartz for it, which is great because I didn't, even though I never played them and I had them, I really wanted Nighthaunt more, so you know what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start with, actually let's start with the arms and skeletal parts. We use Seraphim Sepia for that. Let me take this out because it's gonna get us our nice yellowy skin tones that we want. Can't really see his face, has a mask on it, has a helmet on. Just making sure that we get all the pieces correct for us. Just scroll down here too, let's get that guy. Cool. Ah! So we've already done our Night of Shrouds on this channel a long time ago. So we're gonna jump into this deep sky blue. This one's really runny. Yeah, so like I said, I was able to trade my Nighthaunt for, I mean not my Nighthaunt, my, oh wait, there is a separation here. We're gonna have to do something here different because usually they have like a headpiece on and that's one color, and then they have a top shawl like kind of cover on, but we do not for some reason, so we're just gonna kind of build it like that, and then we'll kind of blend it a little bit better later, but this will give us like our outline of like what we want to have be the blue, what we have. We're gonna try to leave some of the tips white because it is a spoopy ghost. Yeah, so I had to prime up a whole bunch of models, and my battle line I have 90 dudes for, and priming 90 guys at a time, not the funnest thing in the world. But we got through it. So you'll be seeing some more Nighthaunt on this channel as we paint through our army. I definitely got more than I'm going to be using, which we can bring out. I can bring out to paint those when I run out of things to paint, because that does happen. And I don't always want to go buy new models every time. Get that one, let's get there. Didn't want to. Just try to get in there as best we can. And then there's that whole arm painted. Yeah, not all of it actually. So just get in there. Okay. He does kind of have like a little piece there, but I think it's gonna be more. It's gonna be better if we do it this way. So that's all for our blue. Just kind of just do like a little pat it here so it's still a little wet when we go. And we're gonna go with our blue violet. And we're just gonna get those little spots where it's kind of touching. Just kind of fill out that line. What we can do is mix our blue now and just kind of wet blend it in with the purple here. Cool. And it'll give us a little bit of a smoother transition between the two colors. Now that edge is done, we don't have to worry about it anymore though. Now we just come in with in these areas. You can see like it's like a little, there's like a little transition in there. There's better ways of doing that, but it's the way I know how to do it. Just doing it while the paint's still wet. And my hands are shaking. It's fine. There's like some more here. I think like the top here will be purple too. I think it's like a headpiece. I mean, it's whatever you want it to be, really. So I say it's a headpiece. I get the other side of this. Make sure that we're hiding as much of that white as we can, because that's gonna really, white really shows your mistakes if you miss it, so I'm gonna do your best to cover it. Okay, that covers the purple. Now let's go for the swords and medals and stuff. We're gonna go with our gunmetal color, good old faithful gunmetal. This will be like the blades of our swords and our armor pieces. Originally, I was gonna do some type of like gold armor, but I think like a rusted metal armor looks better, especially for these guys. Just gonna do the best to cover up some of the paints that had gotten under there. We'll do the spike on the bottom of this thing. But the rest of it will keep. Yeah, these guys really interested me because, first of all, like, you've seen it, the Skeletor pattern is freaking awesome. And I just like the spooky ghost nature of it, on top of, like, their rolls are pretty cool. I mean, they're not, I guess, apparently they're not mega competitive since they are like one of the first armies that came out for this game. So they haven't been updated in a while. But they have some cool stuff. Like they can't, there's rend in this game, which is like you get an armor save and people's weapons, like enemies' weapons, will degrade your armor by a certain amount. Like say you have to roll a 5 to save the hit, but if they have rending of 1, then you have to roll a 6. So it's just like a way of, you know, showing like strength and like, you know, sharpness of weapons and stuff like that. But these guys ignore all that because they're ghosts. They all fly also, which is pretty cool. And I really like swords, and they have some units that have some cool swords that we'll be painting on here, as well as like, you know, they have like, of course, like the Reapers and stuff too. Let's just get that covered. Well, I know what I said about this being like a shawl kind of thing, but I think we're gonna have to, no, I think we're good. So there's our spooky ghost face. Rawr! Kind of some Nazgul type feel to how they look. Just clean that up really quick. And just a little bit there as well. Okay. we'll go for our brassy brass. And we're going to get the hilts of the swords. Because like maybe these guys once were knights, and you know, they weren't always the undead. Okay, and then we'll get the top of this guy. And then we go back to our silver really quick because we had messed up in there. There we go. Get that cleaned up. And then for the staff main body, we're going to use this black gray. This lantern dealio. This dark will contrast pretty well with like the really bright, vibrant colors of the model. You know, help him stand out a lot more on the table. Keep hitting this stuff. I'll have to get in there. Now for this fire coming out the top, I'm going to try to use the technical paint from Games Workshop, the Tesseract Glow, I think is what it's called. I haven't had a lot of luck with it yet, but I haven't like really tried to use it. I mean, I've kind of used it as like a contrast, but I'm not really 100% sure how to use it. But it's green and yellow, and you know, it's for Necrons, so. We're almost there. Get all the edges and stuff, because that way that stuff won't mess with it too much. Okay. Clean it off. Go back here and clean up the little spots that we hit here. Okay, and then we go to our medium sea gray. Don't need that much. we're just gonna get this little fence post thingy that's here, and this little rock. Let's just take our blue here really quick and then just help seal that a little bit more. So it's not just like flat. Okay. And then we missed a little spot on the back of the skull there. So let's just get our Seraphim sepia again. Get the back of that guy. As well as we've got a little blue on here, but not a whole lot that contrast paint, I mean not contrast, shades will cover up. So do that. And then we go into the other stages. Now let's get a brush that's not super great. Get our contrast Ethermetic blue. Give it a nice shake. And we're going to use this on the blue bits. That'll give us some shadows and stuff in there. We'll stay away from where we mixed it with the purple, just to help that blend more. Just brush the inside really quick. Okay. So that's our blue. Now for like the metal, we go to our Agrax Earth Shade. For our browns, for our blades of our swords, give them like a little bit of a rusted look to them, and then get the little terrain piece that's here, and then the armor. You want to keep it as clear off your purple as possible, so keep a dry brush handy so that you can soak up the rogue paint. Let me get this. Get it down there. Now we get our Reglin Flush Shade for the brass color. Okay, and now we go on to the technical and see if we can get that to work. Okay, so this is the paint. It's like super separated right now, so probably have to shake it up a lot. I see these other YouTubers that have like this thing that like you put the paint on and then it like vibrates it really fast. I wonder if that helps a lot. Come on, paint. Still really separated at the bottom there. Shouldn't use a good brush for this because we don't want it to mess up our brush. This is our small brush. Can probably use this one. All right, let's see. Here. Did this scrape it off the bottom? Let's. It's kind of chunky down there. I wonder kind of what that is. Okay. Let's see what happens. I'm just kind of dabbing it on and like scraping it with the brush. So it's like the high points are being left yellow and then the bottoms are, and the inside are green, which is pretty cool. This brush is definitely ruined, but that's fine. That's why we used one that we knew that wasn't going to be. You just gotta be careful you don't want it to drip onto the, I don't know how thick this is or like what, if it's gonna drip onto the model or not. I'm just trying to be careful where I'm touching. Let's just try to get the white spots in there, that way it looks like when it dries maybe it'll look like it's glowing a little bit. That's pretty cool. I don't have a lot of, I think that's the only one of these that I'm doing, so I won't have, I know there's some candles on one of the battle line guy, I like the main guys for the battle line that will have to be done too, so. I just want to clean the brush out. But that does it for our guy. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one, which will be more Nighthaunt. Let's get him on the little turntable thingy. We'll see you guys next time.